Welcome to the Online Car Show channel. I'm James, and today we're going to go over how you can quickly make a steering wheel with just a steering wheel adapter and eBay cheap steering wheel. So without hesitation, let's go ahead and get this video started. Alright, well, before we go over the steering wheel here, just want to give you guys a quick update on the channel. I've got a couple videos working for the Corvette. Still got a mod to do on the Focus I'll eventually get to. And I've got more sim racing content planned in the near future. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe below. It helps my videos to grow and helps get my channel out there. And I can't say thank you enough for that. Next week we've got Hemi Hideout coming up. Hemi Hideout did agree to let me videotape and stuff. I'm not going to take too much video and stuff because you can honestly see a lot of that content by just searching their site and going through it a lot more than I'm going to put in a video. But I do want to put some of the experience in there just to kind of show y'all my reaction and stuff. Those that aren't familiar with Hemi Hideout that live near the Houston area, it's in Brookshire, I think, or somewhere near there. And this guy has got an insane private collection of old Dodges and Hemis, and some of them are tubbed, modded, and just some beautiful old classic cars. He's got a great collection. He has, I think, the first combustion engine he's actually got there, so that's really cool too. And one of his biggest claims to fame is his gas station and oil company signs. He's got over, I think, 3,000 total, but on display he's got over 1,200 in this little barn he's made. So it's a really cool place. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to try to get you guys some footage from going next weekend. But really excited about that. So let's get back to the subject at hand, the steering wheel. A lot of y'all know I own a Moza direct drive steering wheel, or direct drive setup, and this doesn't just apply to Moza. There's plenty of other companies out there that sell these adapters you can buy. I think Fanatec has them, of course, or Fanatic, however you pronounce it. I get corrected all the time. Moza, of course, has it, as you can see here, as well as some of the other companies, I think SimCube and all that. But anyways, you can buy this adapter, which was honestly the most expensive part of doing this, but it wasn't too bad. It was $79 from Moza, and with that, it's a 6-pin adapter or 6-screw adapter. So if you want to find steering wheels out there, all you need to do really is research, 6-bolt steering wheels. You do want to think about many other things when you're picking out a steering wheel. A is what car you're trying to replicate, what size width that wheel is. That's a huge deal. When you're driving it, just having a little bit thicker wheel will, wider wheel will give you a little bit more control. And if you're an oval track race or something like that, you're going to get a little bit more control with the bigger angle. Whereas if you're driving kart or something like that, you might want a little bit shorter width to give you a little more aggression on the steering wheel. You need to kind of fit it to the car. My favorite thing is to try to mimic the car that I'm sim racing in as much as possible. So with that said in mind, go out there, find the width you're looking for. This one was actually a little wider. I was looking for a kart one, but it has worked great for a NASCAR wheel. I think this is a 15 or 16 inch width, 15 I believe, but don't quote me. And it was like 35 bucks on eBay, and it's got, I don't know if this is leather or pleather, but really good quality. It's a Momo Italy knockoff wheel. Like I said, it was 35 bucks. It can't get any cheaper than that. The adapter from Moza on the back, I think, was $79 with shipping additional. So, 150 bucks or something like that, you can build a wheel out. And, if you want to go a step above that, there's professional racing wheels you can get for cars. You could put on here that run way more than $35. There's also companies out there like Turn, T-U-R-N, that make sim racing wheels that you can just add adapters to. And they even have button kits. You have to plug in a USB wire now to your system to get that to work. It's not going to be wireless, but you can actually incorporate buttons into it and stuff like that. So those that are wanting more of the button functionality, go out there, check out Turn. They've got some decent stuff going on, and actually I want to try their wheel. I may get that in the future. I think it runs just under 150 bucks for their wheel. Then of course you need the adapter, so that's not bad, you know, 225 bucks or something for a complete wheel package. Now the buttons and stuff and like that are extra on top, but it's still going to run you cheaper than, you know, a $500 wheel from Moza or something like that. And the biggest thing here, it gives you more wheel options. You know, like I said, I'll try to mimic the wheels in the cars I'm driving, so the more wheels you got, the more you can do that, and I highly recommend it. The other thing, I'm getting kind of going back and forth here, but when you're sizing these out, there's a couple things you want to look at. I've already mentioned the width. That's a huge deal. The other thing is how deep they are. Most of your sim racing wheels that you're using on your setups will be a flat wheel. They're not a deep concave, so you do have to consider that. If you buy a concaved or deep dish wheel, it is going to stick out more, so there is going to be less distance between you and the wheel when you're in your rig, so you may have to adjust your rig, or maybe add a spacer to your other wheels to make up the difference. But I like a flat wheel like this just for the fact I can take it off, put my other wheels on, and they're roughly about the same spot. So give you an idea there. But like I said, it's this is a six screw adapter from Moza. So I know there's 3 screw wheels out there, I think 4 screw wheels. You want to make sure when you're searching for a wheel that it is a 6 screw, not a 3 or a 4. But that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to show you real quickly how to center it. There's not much there. Honestly, when you're putting this all together, just put in 2 screws. We're going to snap it in, see where it lines up compared to our other wheel after we center it, and then make the adjustments, turn it how you need it. But I was able to get this centered really close to my other wheels. Moza had an adjustment for the weight of the wheel, so I could adjust for the lighter weight wheel so my force feedback wouldn't be crazy on me. But other than that, that's basically it. Really simple, easy to do. So next I'm going to show you how to size it up or center it on the wheel, and we'll get you all some driving footage.
All right guys, well, I'm going to give you a real quick explanation on how to center the wheel. Take your old wheel, whether it be Moza, whatever, line it up here, make sure it's, you know, kind of well centered there, and then all you're going to do, pop it off in the same position it was on. As I mentioned before, you might put 2 screws just kind of loosely in here to set it right, and when you put it in, of course, it's going to be crooked as all heck. So what you want to do, unscrew those 2 screws, center it right, pop it back on, make sure it's good lined up in the center. When it's centered, take it off, tighten your screws, good to go. That's all it was. I know I said I was going to unscrew it and show you all the whole thing, but honestly, if you can't figure this out, maybe you need to be playing Mario Kart. It's super simple. Just, you know, when you're lining it up, just put a screw or 2 in there, line it up your old wheel, get it centered, pop it off, put the new wheel on, and adjust from there. Really easy, straightforward, guys. So I'm going to give you all some driving footage now with the new wheel so you can see how well it reacts, just like you'd buy a wheel off the shelf from the company. But we're going to start it up. We got the Lotus 79 here. I'm at Monza Speedway, or Monza Grand Prix. And we're going to get a fuel number. And I need to set up the car right. Oh, it's set at 360, so we should be good. As I mentioned, you need to set it up properly, and I've mentioned many times before, make sure your steering angle or ratio is set up in both the game and your steering wheel software. That's highly important. If you're doing something like Formula, use like a 360. If you're doing GT races, use like a 540. Go-karts, I think, are 180. Your NASCAR stuff's gonna be a 900 or a 1080. Performance cars are 900, but try to keep that ratio. That's real important to feel. It's kind of a weird steering wheel for Formula, especially this old 79, but I have it currently set up for H pattern. As I mentioned before, you're not going to get a shifter with this wheel. You do need a second party shifter unless you get the turn wheel with the additional flap shifter, additional flaps accessory. If I can hit the right gear. Yeah, I know, and I should not have a driving line, especially at Monza. I know this course, but I don't race this car very much, so that's why I've got the driving line, just to keep me out of trouble. But as you can see, the force feedback's working great. You know, if I step out, I can feel the rumble strip as I hit them. You see it moving with the little dips and so forth in the road. You can really perfect that inertia if it's too wild, you're getting too much feeling, you might try backing that inertia off a little bit more. Because if it's set too high, it may exaggerate it, I guess. But there you have it, you know. I recommend you guys go out. If you race a certain kind of car or anything like that, make sure you have a good steering wheel that mimics that car as much as possible. I think that's the best thing you can do. You know, I got this trying to make a go-kart steering wheel, but as you can see, the width is just too much for a good go-kart. This wheel would actually be great for NASCAR or even dirt oval, something where you want it a little bit wider hands, just so you can get more, you know, control. Ooh, this doesn't have a 6th gear. Just so you get more control around those slow corners and give you more accuracy on your turning. It works great, it feels great. Anybody looking for a good cheap wheel add-on, this Momo is pretty good. Nothing fancy, but it feels really good in my hand. Is a little thin, that I like, thinner than I like, but it's got a nice pleather or leather, whatever this is. If it's not leather, it sure feels good. So those looking for a good cheap one, this is pretty good. I think it was about 35 bucks on eBay. And the other cool thing is you could actually get 2 or 3 of them together and just kind of mark your center point on that adapter. Just switch out your wheels when you want to. You know, the adapter is the expensive part for the eBay wheels, 79 bucks. So just get you a couple wheels and get you one adapter if you had to. But I highly recommend doing it. Like I said earlier, get as much wheels as you can, especially to mimic the cars that you're driving. I do a lot of GT and open wheel, so I've got you know, the GS steering wheel down there fits what I do a lot better than this wheel. But if I keep trying to go to 6th gear, just a 5-speed, it's driving me crazy. Oh, Monza turn 1, gotta love it. It's a love-hating relationship with turn 1 at Monza, right? But there you have it.
All right, well, it is definitely that time of year in Houston. I am dripping with sweat, as y'all can see doing this video. And if you can't hear, I've got an AC going in the background and still dripping. So we're gonna end this video short. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe below. I'm gonna have much more sim racing content, more content for the Corvette here, ZR1, more Focus ST footage. I'm gonna get y'all some car show footage coming up. It's that season of the year, and we'll go from there. But if y'all have some ideas for videos y'all like to see in the future, always hit me up in the comments. I'm always curious what I can provide you guys to help out. But thank y'all so much, and I hope everybody has a great week.